everyone. This is a video that I wasn't originally going to make, but based on the responses that I've had on Instagram and some of the questions I've received, I felt like it probably was worthwhile to share my experiences through video. This is being recorded on a Z7 with the 50mm f1.8 using face detection. So we're going to look at my experiences of shooting in the cloud forest in Singapore with the Z6 and the Z7. Okay, so as you enter the cloud forest, you're greeted by this 35-meter tall man-made waterfall, and it's absolutely stunning. Now, as this is the entrance, a lot of people will stop and stare and take amazing pictures on their phones. And so I opted here to shoot with the Nikon Z7 on a tripod, long exposure, and to allow me to get that long exposure I shot with a 10-stop filter in front of my camera. That 10-stop filter allowed me to take a 52-second long shot, and over those 52 seconds the people that were in front of the waterfall taking pictures, taking selfies, walking past, they all disappeared. So as long as my shot is concerned, as it's just me and the waterfall. Now you don't want to get too close to the waterfall because there is a lot of spray that does get blown off it, so I was quite far back. I was in the corner, out of the way, not causing any trouble to anybody. Just patiently shooting with my tripod nice and low on the floor. Now, as with anything, as soon as you put a tripod anywhere, other people think that you're a pro photographer and they will ask you to take their pictures for them as well on their phones, which I'm more than happy to do, but just keep that in mind. Once you've then walked on from the waterfall, you'll then start to make your way up the cloud forest mountain itself. And along the way there's loads of different plant life, amazing different displays and scenery. They have a really nice orchid display where you can see loads of different types of orchids. Now right at the top they have a very small little lake or pond, probably a pond. Right at the top they have a very small pond filled with plant life, and they also have this really interesting section where they have a collection of carnivorous plants. This is like Venus flytraps, for example. They then have these little magnifying glasses that sit in front of these plants so that you can see them in much more detail. Also, they're great to shoot through, so as you can see here. As you start to make your descent down and around the cloud forest, you walk along these outpaths where you're out away from the inside of the forest, and you can then shoot back towards the main mountain that has all of the plants on it. Before you enter the cloud forest, on the left hand side there'll be a sign that talks about the timings of when they will run the mist. I definitely recommend being in there at a time when the mist is on. It really changes the atmosphere of the location. I definitely recommend that when you're on the walkways towards the top that you look over the edge and shoot down. This gives you some really nice shots for scale. And there's also then a walkway where you can shoot right next to the waterfall as it's falling down. This is a really interesting place to shoot from because not only do you get the waterfall, but then the background you have the super trees. You also then get a really nice shot of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, which is that building with the boat shaped on the top of it. As you then travel further down using a range of paths and walkways and escalators, you then come to a point where they start to talk about cave life, and they'll have a lot of cave formations, stalagmites, stalactites, that type of thing. And they then play the noise of bats in the background as well, which is quite nice, but unfortunately there are not any bats in there. And then when and if you can, especially when the mist is showing, shoot back up towards the walkways, it gives you some really nice, interesting shapes and things that you just wouldn't be able to take pictures of anywhere else. It's a great chance to use macro lenses and focus on individual plants, plants that you maybe never see in the wild or plants that you've never even seen before in person. And it's a great opportunity to get up close and personal with them. Right at the very end of the cloud forest, you'll be given the opportunity to watch a short video about the prediction and effects of climate change on our planet. I think it's definitely worth a watch, especially if you're interested in the environment and the environment's climate.
Loss of 47% wooded tundra.
If you do get any questions, then please do let me know. I will have a few more videos from my travels to Singapore. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you find it useful, and I hope you enjoy your trip to the cloud forest.